July came. August came. Nobody showed up. What sort of communication did you have at that stage?
I had lots of apologies, lots of excuses, and lots of promises.
There was an important promise that was presented to you. He did, in fact, agree to pay you back in 2 instalments.
Yes, he did this himself because he said he was so earnest about paying me back that he wrote his own contract.
I cannot stress how sorry I am that this has happened. Was that true when you wrote it?
Absolutely.
Why are you upset?
Because this whole situation's happened. Obviously, Jenny's a good person, and it didn't mean to happen.
You didn't pay the first instalment by the 13th of September. He didn't pay the second instalment by the 20th of September, correct? You've got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's how sorry he was. Do you see? You pay back £200 of it. He's come back and given you £50 and a box of chocolates and say, I'll pay it back over a period of time.
No.
Why not?
Word spread around what happened about this, and very quickly got rid of all the jobs that I had.
Trading Standards emailed you, correct?
Yes.
Requesting payment to be made by the 13th of October, and yet you still didn't pay it back. Madam, you'd promised your daughter access to being outside. What did it do to your daughter?
She's very, very upset because we thought that we would have the whole summer where she would be able to go into the garden and watch the horses in the field behind.
You put out a Facebook message.
I did.
As a result of that Facebook message, a number of people got in touch with you, correct? I shall read the statement from one of them. I'm also a victim of Carl's. He doesn't just do building works, he sometimes sells things on Facebook. I bought 4 music records off him for £100, which he failed to send me. After messaging him, I heard many excuses, but didn't receive either the records or my refund. After posting my situation online to several groups, I received a huge response from others he had ripped off. One of them was Jenny, one of them was you, who explained her situation to me. I was so shocked and disgusted. Do you know what he went on to do?
He asked if he could have my permission to set up a fundraising page.
It was already generated over £200 worth of donations, correct? I also set up a second website which told people he was a scammer. This person also put your photo up. I did this to shame him and warn others not to trust him or to buy anything from him.
Yeah, it's a totally separate situation, which I was dealing with until someone found Jenny. And then as soon as anyone read Jenny's posts, I didn't get a chance to.
Was this a single pebble in a little river, madam? Or were there other people who complained?
People contacted me about similar situations.
Hi, I just wanted to say I'm so sorry about Carl's behaviour. I've known him for years. He stole my wages on my birthday when I had nowhere to live. I'm going to donate to the cause as soon as I get paid. I can't afford much, but hopefully others will do the same. This is a hearsay statement from somebody who is not named, to whom you cannot question. And although I give it limited weight, because I must, would you like to respond to it?
Yeah, it's a friend of probably around 14 years. And the situation this is on about was over 9 years ago.
Jen, you entered into a straightforward contract with Carl for him to do work. He didn't show up, he didn't give you a refund. I have no difficulty whatsoever coming to the view that A, you have an enforceable contract. What's more, he's bound to give you a full refund. I give you this advice, however, madam, that bearing in mind the overriding contract price was £2,000, it probably wasn't the smartest thing to do to give him 3/4 of the money up front. Nevertheless, as far as I'm concerned, you had an impeccable paper trail, which is why I'm prepared to order your full application of £1,577, with a view to you having your money back and finding a reliable, decent and honest builder to complete the work.
Thank you.
Carl, I cannot get to the bottom of what took place here. But one thing I can come to the confident conclusion about is that you made representations here which I believe to be entirely false. That's unacceptable. The award of this court is £1,577. And my very best to your daughter.
Thank you.
Jenny won her case and was awarded the full amount of her claim. Let's find out how both parties felt about the judge's ruling.
Yeah, I absolutely apologise. Yeah, but I know words don't mean much, actions do, so. It was just a really bad situation that's dragged on too long.
I was very upset because we've lost a whole summer of being able to use the garden, my daughter particularly, and I do think there are some redeeming features in Carl's character. I hope that I'm glad he came, and I hope that he manages to get back on his feet.
Yeah, it was just a series of unfortunate events which have got worse by being demonised online and losing a lot of business and not being able to pay what I needed to pay, so.
Don't be stupid. Stay and watch the best Judge Rinder moments. And I'm talking. Understood? Don't be a moron. Subscribe to Judge Rinder YouTube channel. Right now. That's an order.